Hi everyone, welcome back to Hockey Fever TV. Welcome back to a brand new video. So in this video we are going to have a recap of the FIH Pro League. Just concluded the FIH Pro League, both men and women, while the women got relegated and the men just survived. So we are here just not to talk about what about the results, but we are here to ask what has to be done, what went wrong, and what should be done before the upcoming Asia Cup for both and women. So in this video, the first segment will be about the women's team performance. So women's team, we can see out of the total 16 matches played, they have won just 2 matches, 3 draws, 1 shootout bonus, and losses 11 losses, and 22 goals for and 43 against minus 21, and they finished bottom of the table with 10 points and got relegated. So they are in a very tight situation. They have to win the Asia Cup. So looking at the performance, the Asia Cup for the women is going to be held in Hangzhou, China. With China, the last 2 matches in the FIH Pro League was against China, and we were beaten 3-0 and 3-2, and we have a mammoth task to beat China in their own home ground, home pitch, Hangzhou, the Asian Games. And we can remember, so the women, the scoring has not been, they are made into the circle entries a lot, so they are not clinical inside the attacking circle, not clinical inside the defensive circle also. So that has to be improved, and we have yet to have any words from the Indian women's coach Harinder Singh about the performance, but we hope we'll be having a better coordination in the upcoming camps and upcoming programs for the women team. So the mentality of the team, the morale of the team, after failing to qualify for the Paris Olympics, the morale has been down. Just they won the Asian Champions Trophy, but that did not reflect in the FIH Pro League. So what is going wrong? So maybe some of the, we can look at some of the team selection. In my opinion, the key players Sangeeta Kumari, Mumtaz Khan, defender Udita and Nikki Pradhan were not in the team. So looking at the performances of some of the players, we can I don't want to name any individual player, but instead of some of the players who didn't have a good, especially in the forward line and in the defense, so experienced defenders Nikki Pradhan and Udita were dropped. A good experienced, the better experienced players in the forward line in Sangeeta Kumari and Mumtaz Khan were not part of the 24-member squad. That is what is worrying. The team has been selected for the FIH Pro League European leg with 24-member squad, but these 4 players didn't get into the 24-member squad. So that is what is baffling to me. So what is the reason on them? Are they injured, or are they not fit, or some performance wise? We don't have any clarity. Hope we get some clarity and better wisdom prevails in the upcoming selections. So another point to ponder with the women's team is the lack of match exposure. So comparing to the men, the women team, even in the domestic level, they have very less competition, match practice all the team together or playing to their respective teams. They have less match practice, so that has to also be addressed, and more domestic matches, more international matches for the women also. More domestic matches is what is my domestic structure for the women has to be just here 1 national per year, and from there, so more and more domestic competition has to be planned for the women. So when it comes to the Asia Cup, it's from 5th September 2025, Hangzhou. First match against Thailand, 5th September, 6th September, Japan, and 8th September, it is India vs Singapore. According to tournament format, 2 teams from each pool will advance to Super 4s, where each team will play 1 match against each of the 3 teams, and the top 2 will be playing. So we have to win, the men and women have to win the Asia Cup. So that is the important thing. So when we go to the Asia Cup, the selections and the preparations and the morale. So I think a lot of psychologists has to be brought into the women's team, especially like the likes of Paddy Apton, who was with the Indian men's team during the Paris Olympics. So likes of psychologists has to be brought in. It's a must for the authorities to bring in someone to boost the morale of the girls. They have the talent, but as in the fihproleague, they started off well. Even though they lost, they started off well, but as the tournament progressed, they came down after getting beaten, and the slide was happening. Except for the last game against China, they played better brand of hockey. So let's see what is in store for the women's team. We hope that what all has been and addressed, what has been spoken by us, will be taken into consideration or not. So we move on the men's segment. We move on. So this is where we stand, 8th position, just missing because Ireland was relegated with 4 points, and India, on this point of view, played 16 wins, only 6 wins, and no draws, no shootout bonus, losses 10, 34 goals for, 38 against, -4, and we finished at 18 points. So what has to be? No, we have to see the consistency part of the tournament, as the words from. So we have to see what went wrong. There was no consistency. They mostly in most of them they took the lead, unable to maintain the lead, conceding late goals was another important factor which we lost. At least 3 to 4 matches we would have at least taken a point, we would have drawn, but poor defending, goalkeeping. Both the goalkeepers did well, but at crucial moments let in some soft goals that cost us. That is what Patak and Terkera did well, but they didn't defend those soft goals. So those cost us, and the losses, and that too in the final minutes, final seconds, and another penalty stroke miss by Jugraj Singh that was referral, and at the end he missed, and that was a sore note. At least that match we should have taken at least a point. So that was not happening. So a lot of even with the absence of Harmanpreet Singh, the team played well in patches, led by Hardeep Singh, played well in patches, but in the end they were not able to maintain the consistency throughout the game. That is a worrying factor. So, and when we see what Greg Fulton has to say in this in his analysis of the fihproleague, he has said that, we'll see his words, disappointing. So at the same time it was frustrating, and in February we did more. So we tried a new tactical system, a zonal system was tried by the team under Fulton. In February in the Indian league we did more man-to-man system. Now we have both, so it's good block of reflection for us and discovery. Fulton said during interaction. Harmanpreet Singh was injured for some of the matches, but Fulton says the plan at the moment was to find someone to complement Harmanpreet, not to replace him. Obviously Harman is not going to play forever, but while he's here, how you find someone who can support him? Amit has a different skill set. He can flick and he can hit. Jugraj has a good flick. Rajinder and Sanjay has been trialled. Neelam has been tested. It's difficult to replace Harmanpreet Singh. It is not something you think about, because while you have him, he is a powerful force. Yet there is a challenge to replace Harman, but we are not replacing him right now, he said. Admitting the 7-match losing streak was frustrating. Fulton accepted responsibility for not prepping the boys as required, but preferred to focus on the learnings. You win or learn, and it's really on you to take those lessons and turn them into reality. We can't brush it under the carpet. Going into the Asia Cup, that's a priority for the year. We want to stay number 1 in Asia and get back to winning ways. So Those are the words of Great Fulton. So they, at last we have come to understand they didn't go to win the Pro League to get the World Cup ticket. They went into an experiment mode. So in that point of view, they still the team selection, they went with the proven players. Most of the players were part of the double bronze medal winning team, and they still continue. Age is on their part, they are aging. So when you go in for a new system and a new approach, why can't you take more in the 24-member squad? Notable omissions are there, but again, I don't want to mention any individual player, but players who are capable of coming into the new system, coming into the team, coming into Fulton's plans are there. They can be brought in, and so they should have been brought in the 24-member squad and should have played. And another one thing, Gurjant Singh, who was in the 24-member squad, has never played even a single game, whether he was injured, and what sense it makes taking a player and making him sit out for all the matches. So instead, another youngster should have been tried. So that's what is my point of view. So now the India A tour is on, and India has beaten Ireland 6-1 in their first match. They still have to play Belgium and Netherlands, Germany. So let's see how they perform. So with the performance of these young players, so the goal scorers there, Uttam Singh, Amandeep Lakra, Aditya Lalage, Karthi Selvan, Bobby Singh Dhami. So can these players, so notably they can come in for the Asia Cup. Will they come in for the Asia Cup, or will they go on with the same tried senior players for the Asia Cup? That's a question now. So we have to wait until the A-team tournament tour of Europe finishes, and after that the team selection, another camp will be there. So the Asia Cup for the men will be held in Rajgir, Bihar, and it will be interesting. So India is favourites for the Asia Cup. Hope they win, and they must win, not hope this thing or that. They must win and go for the Asia Cup. So final segment is solutions and hope. What are the three key fixtures each team needs? So each team, first is the selection. Better selection is needed. So what areas we were found wanting both the teams, that should be addressed by the selection of the players. So those players who didn't perform have to be shown the door, and the players who have the capability, who have the talent, has to come in both the teams. And goalkeeping has to be improved. That's what is my point. Goalkeeping has to be improved, both men and women. Leaking, they are doing well, making crucial saves, but conceding soft goals is what that too at crucial periods and towards the end of the game. So that is also has to be addressed. Those crucial, the goalkeeping part has to be improved in both men and women. And the final thing is the mentality, morale of the team. Both the teams have to be improved. So even when we take the lead, how to maintain the lead, defend. So they did that. They are doing well, but at crucial moments they are not clinical in the defending circle and not clinical in the offensive circle. So that is what lacking. So better a psychologist, the likes of Paddy Upton, who was with the movement team, maybe he may make some improvement in the mental part of the team. So these are the three factors which has to be addressed to keep us going. Asia Cup is there, World Cup, Asian Games, Olympics, all coming fast and through. So we have to be prepared. We have a talent pool. The talent pool has to be used wisely. So that is what is my point. So thank you all. We are ending this video with all what has to be done in our opinion. My opinion is that has to be addressed, both men and women. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you all like the video. Please give us lots of likes for the video and share our videos to more and more people and support us. Thank you for watching, and this is Bala Ramaswamy from Hockey Fever TV signing off. See you in the next video. Bye.